Welcome to the Wilderness Podcast. We're on episode 24. Today is February 23rd, 2017. I am Dilz, and over there we got Deagin.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, how was your week?
Pretty good. Oh shit. Good timing.
Text message.
Yeah, watch out, Mr. Popular here. But yeah, I don't know, pretty good. Everything's lined up pretty well for me. I did like a bunch of schoolwork last week, and like after recording and whatnot, to like kind of free up my weekend so I could play a bunch of For Honor with my friends.
Aw, yeah.
And then Sunday rolled around, well, end of Saturday, and then Sunday as well. My buddies wanted to go do Sarah and shit, and so I went and did that for the first time. We probably did like, I don't know, like maybe like 40 trio kills, and then maybe another 40 with me and my other buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got
anything
good. No. Well, we got a dragon. We got a dragon square shield half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it could have been a ACB or something, like an Arma crossbow, but nope.
Back in the day, that's a good 600k.
Yeah, now it's a sweet 30k split.
Oh yeah, man! I got a shield half once, and I was so excited too. And then I checked the price, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And on the subreddit, I'm pretty sure I made a thread saying like, I don't understand. Can someone explain to me why like the shield itself is worth like 100k?
Yeah,
like just the Dragon Defender beats it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
I still rock that thing for a good like month or so because I was like, fuck that. Yeah. We're going defense all the way.
Yeah, and also just because like the nostalgia of how cool it would have been when you're younger.
It looks pretty cool too.
Yeah,
but the only problem is once I got the Dragon Defender, I was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of this thing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I did a bunch of Sarah, and actually while we were doing Sarah, my buddy got 99 health, so that was pretty.
Do you want
cool.
to talk about your little strategy?
Pardon?
You want to talk about like how you kill it?
Yeah.
And, like,
so
your strategy to killing it.
So there's two strategies. Usually, if there's two or more people, what you do is everyone wears the Verax, because the Verax, like the Barrow's bonus, I guess, is it gives you a chance to hit through their armor. And yeah, so yeah, it's super good. It's nice whacking a nice 40 on her with your little Barrows proc, and it also gives good defense.
It's commonly used in boss fights.
Yeah, there's like Venonat, the spider boss. There's Kelphite Queen, the Kelphite boss. And those are off the top of my head. There's probably more
Some
though.
of the raid bosses.
Yeah, because it's a really good set. Gives you good like defense. It's a really good tank gear, and it also gives you prayer bonus, which is super nice. But yeah, everyone wears full Verax, and the way the boss works is no one really tanks it. So when you hit the boss 3 times, it'll like lock onto you. It'll do like a little animation, and then it just starts hitting you like really fast and really hard. Not really hard, maybe like 20s, 27s and stuff like that. But it's also super accurate too. So it hits you like pretty quickly, and it always is pretty much going to hit you. So what you do is once it's your turn, pretty much once you're it, you just run to one corner. Or you run away from the boss, and then it just kind of rotates around like that. It's kind of weird, though, on how it picks its target. It's not super consistent. Like, you'll have fights where it chases you the whole time. But it's pretty fun. Yeah, so you kill her like that, and then there's, like, her 3 little minions. There's Bree, there's Growler, and then there's Starlight. And just like all the other God Wars bosses, they all, like, one will melee you, one will mage you, one will range you. Yeah, and so you kill the melee guy, and then you kill Bree, which is the range guy, and then you kill the mage guy last. And that's how you do it with, like,
after you kill the Sarah boss, or
yeah, you kill it afterwards.
Okay.
With like when you're doing the melee method, and then there's the other method which I also got to do, and I did it with me and then my other friend. It's definitely a lot more difficult, but once you get it down, you can stay there. Like, we're not the best at it. But it's definitely like a setup. Like, the setup is you're there for like the long haul. So what you do is you and a buddy just get your range gear. So you have a crossbow and then a dragon fire shield, or the Odium ward. Like, you use the DFS if you want to be more tanky, and then the Odium if you want to do more damage. And then yeah, you just wear like range gear. People like do void sometimes. People do like carols, and what we did though was just bless D'hide, because we're still trying to learn how to do it. And you pretty much start on like a square that's near the door. The boss spawns, and then both you guys hit her and then kite her around like clockwise, I guess, around the room.
Okay.
And you run to one corner, you hit her, and then you like run halfway down the wall, and then you hit her, then run to the corner, hit her. You kind of like...
And you're doing this together.
Yeah, you guys run together. So you need like a lot of stamina potions. You don't need as much health if you do it properly. Like you don't need like that much food. Like, yeah, we would bring like 3 or 4 brews and then like 5 restores and then balance it out with staminas and range potions.
And the minions aren't causing you any problems?
Well, if you do it properly, the only one that can hurt you is Bree, the one that ranges you. And because you pray magic, I should have mentioned that in the beginning. You pray magic,
right?
But you can pray flick Bree, but it's the timing's really awkward. And if you mess up, then the mage minion will hit you for a lot of damage.
Okay, yeah.
But it doesn't do like enough damage. Like you can still go in with like only a couple brews, and if you know how to do the mechanics well enough, because you can't get too close to the boss, right? Or also chunk you for a nice like 27 or something.
Okay. What are you taking for like what weapon do you take?
So if I'm ranging, I just bring like a rune crossbow, and then I bring ruby bolts E and then diamond bolts E.
Okay.
If you guys don't know, the ruby bolts E, it's like little special proc. It deals damage based on their on a percentage of their current health. So generally you're going to be using the rubies until they're at half health, and then you swap to the diamond bolts because they like pierce armor pretty hard, and it's just it's more efficient to do it like that. The trade-offs is better. And so I just wore like D-hide. We wore Serp helms, and just to like if we get hit by one of the minions or whatever, then they get venomed. And then we bring a blowpipe, and if you're going with melee, then you bring Guthans to heal up off the minions and whatnot. Okay, like a Guthan switch and a blowpipe switch. It's actually like easily my favorite boss to do so far.
Cool. Yeah.
It's really fun, even though like
I haven't tried any of the God Wars bosses yet, so I can't wait to get into that.
Oh man, like
I just gotta level my defense, but fuck, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bitch, but I mean, I guess you're kind of like a piety pure at this point. You're kind of sacking like a pure build to boss. I mean, you can get away with 70 defense and whatnot. I've seen Zerkers go in there before, but I think I've seen like 4 Zerkers, and I've seen 2 of them die.
No, there's probably gonna be a tipping point where I'm like, okay, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, like you can always PK whenever, right? You just gotta find the pures at deep wilderness and just pick on them. But I don't know, it's really fun. I started off doing my bosses doing Bando's boss solo, which is now I've come to realize the dumbest thing you can do to like first get into bossing, because he's fucking hard. I mean, when you have a team, obviously way easier, but like you get 1 kill a trip. If you're really lucky, you get 2. You have to do like a mechanic where you hit him twice and walk under him, and if you do that perfectly, then you're fine. But if you mess up, then you can get comboed out really easily and just take like 70 damage at once. But
yeah, it sounds pretty brutal.
Sarah is pretty
it's like there's not any chance you're gonna get anything good either, right?
I mean, it's got some good drops, but I mean, Sarah arguably has better drops, and you can range it or melee it. Well, not if you're soloing, but yeah, you range it, which I think it's a lot more friendly to, it's like more accounts like pures and whatnot. It's also just like, its max hit is 27. All you do is kite it, and you just run around. So it's kind of like lax, right? You kind of just chill, and I don't know. You don't have to focus too hard. But yeah, did that. That was pretty fun. And then when we were doing Sarah, my one buddy who ended up getting 99 health while we were like, me and him were duoing.
Oh, that's dope.
I was watching, because he had just gotten 99 strength, and then he went and got 70 agility finally because he hates skilling. Like no one really likes agility. I mean, I kind of like it at this point, but I'm weird.
No, there's no way. How, like,
well, doing my, like, when I
don't understand.
I liked it for a bit, hated it so much for a while, and then now I can do it. I just can't set goals like, 50 levels. I mean, I haven't really done it recently, but it's not too bad. I also have like the teleport to Sears Bank, so I can get more experience and per hour.
Sure.
Just by teleporting after the agility course. But yeah, like, when we were bossing, I noticed he, like, at the time we had the same attack level, and the only thing he had on me was 99 strength, like in terms of like our melee stats and stuff.
Yeah.
But like he was like noticeably hitting harder. Like he was dropping high 40s and stuff. Like he was like getting really good hits and getting all the kills and stuff. And I was kind of like, shit, dude, I gotta get 99 strength. So now, since Sunday...
Did he have better gear than you? Like,
No, we had this... Actually, I had better gear than him. Like, I had my torture amulet and stuff, and he had his fury.
True.
And, like, 99 strength makes, like, a huge difference. And so...
Yeah.
Yeah, so since, like, I guess Sunday... End of Sunday till today, I've been doing some non-stop NMZing. My week has worked out super well for me.
Okay, so what level did you start at?
So I started at 92. 92 strength was when I first started my grind. Yeah. Literally like halfway to 99. Like I'm
basically.
Yeah. And
in terms of experience.
Yeah, in terms of experience. I mean, I've had 2 classes canceled on me this week.
Nice.
Which is super nice. And then
yeah.
I just have I haven't been assigned anything huge or, it's just been like an easy week. I've had like nothing to do. Done some studying while I'm doing NMZ. Been playing Faster Than Light, watching a lot of movies and stuff. But I've been focusing, I've been going really hard at NMZ. So pretty much Sunday night, Monday morning, I started at 92. And as we speak right now, I'm at 98 strength.
Oh shit.
So it's been how many days? Like 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th day, I guess.
Oh, damn.
And dude, I have been averaging some crazy experiences a day.
Let's check what your Crystal Math Labs is.
Oh god, I don't want to know. I've been NMZing like I've been able to, thankfully, almost all day every day. Like I've been able to just like get away with just playing RuneScape all week, and it's so nice. Feels like I'm a kid again. Feels like I'm in like elementary school, and now it's the summer holidays.
Nice little kickback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not actually on Crystal Math Labs, so.
Oh damn.
Wah, wah, wah.
But I've been averaging, like, I did the math, a mil a day, sometimes like 1.2 mil, I think was my best. Every single day. Yeah, like almost
Dude,
98 to 99 experience worth.
I almost want to call in sick next week. I broke my leg and I can't come in for that.
Just say you don't have the...
Oh, fuck, what's it called? Unemployment, or not unemployment, fucking disability or whatever it is.
Just tell your boss you don't have the strength to get out of bed.
Nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't even really get the pun, but...
Yeah, I'm sure there's a construction joke in there as well. I'm sure you could come up with something, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I've been shredding. I've kind of set a good goal. Like, what I usually do is, I'm really weird with my experience. Like, I'm getting like a mil, like a day, but the way I set it, it's like, if I'm stopping for the day, I want to stop at like a certain amount left.
Okay.
So I'll get like a level or 2 levels in a day, and then I'll like push myself to like, as of right now, I try and keep it. I try to get as close to 500,000 as possible left in the level before I get off.
Damn.
So like, I don't know, because then you wake up and it's like, I don't know, like just, 4 hours, I guess, of NMZing, and then you get a level, and it kind of feels good, and then it gives you more motivation.
What's your percentage of getting to 99 from 98?
So I have 900 and right now 930k experience left. And so you start off at like 98 to 99 is 1.3 mil. So I'm like a third way, a little bit over a third into my level. And tomorrow I'll be able to get it. I got like some school stuff to do, but 100% be able to get it.
Having a huge drop party?
I don't know about that. I think it's about time, though. Shit, I've been playing this game long enough, and I mean, I just have so much, like, I haven't had this much motivation to just hit 99 in my life. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And, yeah, it's nice. I mean,
You're so close.
yeah, like, when I first started, when I first started this session of the grind, I was at 92, and I really didn't mind NMZing until, like, once I hit, like, level 94, I was kind of like, this fucking sucks. This is so boring, and like I just want to do other shit. But I gotta push myself, and I knew once I hit once I got over like 94 to like 97, I'd be so close and so excited to finally get it that I just won't care anymore. And
I couldn't do that in NMZ though.
it's not bad. It's really not bad. I've been watching it.
It's really AFK, so that's the only good thing. You could just have to.
Yeah, well, the way I do it, I do Darox.
Find another game to play.
Yeah, I do Darox, so you gotta flick every, 40 seconds.
No, fuck that.
And then every 5 minutes, you gotta drink an overload. But yeah, like, I don't know, doing, like, the 94 to 97, those levels are definitely the worst, because, like, you're, like, that's when, like, you really are like, holy shit, this is, like, so much fucking experience per level. And I still got so much more to go. Like, when I saw I had, like, 5 mil left, I'm like, 5 more days of this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, god damn. But now it's kind of like, I could stop, like, right now and easily get it by the end of tomorrow. But gotta keep going.
See, I'm at 96 strength still, and I've had, like, 10k experience left to 97 for, like, probably a month now. Maybe not, probably more than a month. Definitely more than a month.
Yeah, I looked you up, and you got like 2,000 strength experience in the past month. And I think I think it's when you went PKing or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty funny.
It's just gonna I'm gonna level it up randomly. It's gonna catch me by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I just I just want 99 strength, and then I'm gonna grind 94 attack and 99 attack and defense through Slayer.
Yeah, that's how I do his Slayer, because otherwise I'd blow my brains out.
Yeah,
dude, we can go PK now. Well, not now, but soon.
Well, I gotta max. I gotta hit 126 first.
Oh, dude, we'll do it in the wilderness.
See, I was saying to my one buddy, what we gotta do is just, and I think I was mentioning it to you, is where in the God Wars dungeon in the wilderness where you can get those ecumenical keys.
Yeah.
You just show up with like a DDS or a Gmaul and just spec random kids.
Yeah, I never ended up going there. I think I ended up, I went PKing for a bit because I was, construction was just boring me out so much.
Yep.
And I decided to go, waste some money and die a bit in the wilderness.
How did that go?
Yeah, I went out there and I went deep PKing by myself and, didn't really find anyone. And I was checking some hot zones, hopping worlds, and
yeah, just nothing.
Nothing. Oh, well, not nothing. I found a few people. Oh man, I feel like such a cunt.
What'd you do?
So I was just literally an hour in. I'm hopping around the obelisks and hanging out and kind of around the obelisks and just changing worlds and shit like that.
Yep.
And then I see this guy. He's level 100, and he's just naked running. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, how's it going? And we're just hopping the obelisk together. And then he starts running. He's like, okay, thanks. And then he starts running. And I started I'm going to go see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he has anything. He's probably doing a clue or something. But he starts running towards the rune fountain area. And I was like,
this motherfucker's dead.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And I just attack him. He puts a question mark. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I just say sorry. And then I just kill him. And, he had nothing, and I felt so bad. I was like, no. And I tried to add him. I was like, dude. But from then on, I didn't kill anyone who's naked. I found 2 other people who were, and I just told them they were. I don't know what they were doing, but I was like, hey, if you find anyone, let me know, and I'll come and kill them. But I went everywhere, and I found a level 124.
Yep.
And I just said fuck it, and we started fighting. It was right by the obelisk, and I guess somebody must have charged it, and maybe I was standing in it, and they weren't.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting teleported in the obelisk, and I couldn't find them. Like, I was hopping around, I just couldn't find them, and they were just gone.
I remember kind of related. I remember like a year and a half ago, I was doing a clue scroll, and I saw a video where someone despec'd another dude, like he tagged the obelisk and then, or dragon spear spec'd him into the obelisk and let him teleport away.
Yeah, okay.
And so I brought my D-spear to go do my clue. And I had like these two pures chasing me around, and I like brought like a full inventory of sharks and brews and stuff, so that's fine. And I literally just did that to them. I just like tagged the obelisk, spec the guy into it, he teleports away, and then the one dude just says lol, and then like I'm just poking him with it and whatnot with the spear, and then just tag it again and spec him in, and he gets teleported out too.
The best is when you're PKing around the obelisks and it's like one of you is trying to run away, so you tag the obelisk and you like, it's a game of, you know, jumping in the obelisk and jumping out, running back and forth, because then like they'll stop attacking you and start running back and forth because they don't know if you're going to teleport in or teleport out.
Just hop back and forth as much as you can.
But yeah, I went PKing a bunch. I checked all the hot spots and like didn't really find anybody. Went to the green dragons. Like, I found a few people, but they were just people doing green dragons, and I didn't think they were worth killing. Like, no one with any extra items or anything like that. And I would tell them, hey, add me if anyone comes PK you, let me know, and I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing, yeah. That 124 was the only person I found, and I tried to, like, fight them, and they were trying to fight me too, and then that obelisk just teleported me, and I don't really know how I got teleported. But, yeah, it happened.
Yeah. Just, like, too focused on the fight, and you just goof a little.
Yeah. I brought my I went Runecraft PKing too, just because I was so bored, and I actually killed 2 people. And I felt bad too about that. I'm not a good PKer. Felt pretty guilty, but like I feel guilty because it's over stupid things like they don't know they can teleport with their glory when they're teleblocked. Like I'll teleblock them and tangle them, and then they just go like, fuck.
Yeah, that's why you just gotta ice barrage them and just combo them.
Well, that's the thing. I could bring the telly block in it. Like, people think they're fucked. They just, like, don't even try. They're just like, I give up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just kill them. And it's just like you find a fully charged glory and you're just like, if only they knew.
Yeah.
I basically told you about my week right there. That was it.
That's not bad.
Nah, work's been pretty brutal. My fucking back. Ugh, my bum back. It's not a good thing to have.
Yeah, back problems are the fucking worst. Man, I think you've mentioned this before, but I feel like every person I meet on RS is like somehow involved in construction. Like it's ridiculous. Like,
what do you mean?
So many people are like, I met this dude and met him like last week, and we're talking, and he's like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I go to school for architecture." And he's like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I'm a framer." I'm like, "What the?" Like, and like just kind of like every person, like my buddies, my real life buddies that play RS are like involved in construction in one way or another, like civil engineering or something like that.
Yeah, like it's a pretty big field, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like,
with a lot of different levels of entry.
But I find if you ask, "Oh, what are you going to school for?" or "What are you doing?" the 2 answers are like programming or construction.
Well, maybe at your school, right?
No, but I mean like just on RS, like the friends I've made and stuff, they're all either involved in programming, like the people I meet in game and talk to them, they're either in programming in one way or another, or construction. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's something I noticed.
It's people who love computers and people who just want to come home and do as little as possible.
Yeah.
So they click. Yeah, that's a field I'm hoping to get out of. God damn. But yeah, did you do anything else on RuneScape? You said you had a pretty eventful week. Has it just been with NMZ?
Yeah, bossing, shit ton of NMZ. I'm not gonna, maybe next week I'll let you guys know, because like I know I'm gonna hit 99 strength tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go for 85 magic by Sunday. Because I'm only at 82 right now, and I don't know why. I just can't stand myself to level it. I fucking hate it.
Dude, just do some ice bursting.
Literally ice bursting fucked my bank. Because the way
skeletal monkeys.
The way I
try doing it there.
Well, no, it's just super expensive. It's just Like the way I play this game,
Yeah,
it's like
I did it so long ago. I don't even remember how much I spent. I don't even want to know. But I went from level, I think it was like 79 to 94.
Yeah,
basically only ice bursting.
I did the minimum level of like ice bursting, I think, and I also did some smoke barraging for dust devils and stuff, or smoke burst. Sure. But ice bursting until like up to 82, and I had no more money left, and I have like a torture and stuff like that, and my Zerker rings and all that stuff, but. Usually what I do is I float around my big items. Like if I'm doing a boss, I'll like, sell my DFS, sell my tortures and like, or I'll sell like my high-end melee gear that I won't be using to buy the high-end range gear. And then I'll do that for magic and, I kind of flip-flop all my money around and try and like break even or make a little bit of money while I'm going back and forth. Just so like, I can do everything as efficiently or I guess as good as possible. And, ice bursting, like, I've already dropped like 8 mil for like fucking 3 levels. Like, it's so expensive. And there's like, it's like 30 or something mil to get like to close to 90. It's so expensive. So I've been, doing some research. I've been looking into some things on
crunching some numbers.
Yeah. On how to get good experience or, get good money. With reasonable experience, and like, I was thinking about, I think I might have mentioned this before, I've been thinking about doing just stun elking for my next, like, my last 30 levels, or even a 94.
That last week, I think.
Yeah, which is, it's super cheap. It's 170k an hour at best. And, which isn't too bad. It's pretty decent experience. And it's really click intensive though, and it's not AFKable. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I've been looking into other methods, and I've been watching the Grand Exchange on items I can kind of maybe elk or something like that, and try and make some money. And I won't say anything yet because maybe next week I won't actually end up being able to do it. But I'm gonna really try to. I think I have a way to make a lot of money while getting like over 100,000 magic experience an hour, which I mean it's not the best experience, but the way I'm looking at it,
making profit, that's always nice, right?
But I think it's good profit. I don't know. I'm gonna like try and test it out this weekend, and if it works, I'll definitely let you guys know.
Fucking bust out the old book smarts.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking show off your school learning.
Yeah, I've other than that, I've been like thinking about like trying to figure out other ways to level up magic, and I've been kind of like. Just trying to come up with new methods for things. And just doing like a lot of like little, I guess, theory crafting and stuff. And
that's always fun to do. I have no idea. Like I said, I just stick to ice bursting. So I was like, fast and easy, expensive. But
it's ridiculously fast though. You're going over like 200,000 an hour.
All I did was play fucking League of Legends. I remember I would look on Crystal Math Labs and it's just like 1.2 mil experience that day. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah,
I like must have done it all day, but get damn.
Yeah. I should probably mention, I guess this is before we segue into the news. I was talking to one dude in our CC. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants me to. And he was talking about making like a little series on like account building. And I actually like really like the idea. I haven't really talked to Dilz yet with it. I just kind of like started talking about it now because, before I forget. And so I've been working on like a little, not really a guide, but like a blueprint on building accounts, like a pure or a main account, like the steps. If you're, pretty much for like the newer players, like what are the big things to go for and whatnot. Cool. So I don't know. It's going like it's pretty okay right now. Like I'm trying really hard to not be like, once you get 61 range, go do Jad, because that's when it's, like I'm trying to like keep it reasonable. Yeah. Like I'm trying to keep in mind that like if you're like a level 50 and you're not too experienced with the game or like just coming back or something, I'll try and keep it reasonable. And on a future podcast, we'll go in depth about it. And
episode 1. Okay, what you want to do is buy 10 bonds because you want to start off with at least 30 mil.
Okay, so no, you're not actually going to play. Okay, what you're going to do here, you're going to enter your credit card number, go to trybot.org, where this game's going to pretty much play the game for you. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to get that going, because, I've been working on it a little bit, and it's pretty fun to do, especially while I'm doing NMZ and whatnot.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. Like, I was making those YouTube videos before, but the only problem is like, once work started going, like, I realized once I was doing those, like, work was pretty easy. Like, I was going home, and the days were pretty easy, but when they fucking kill me, I just come home and just, like, do nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to sit in the chair and do as little, focus as little as possible, because just so exhausted.
I mean, as of right now, I mean, a lot of the I'm at the steps that I just kind of know. Oh, whoops. I'm at, like, kind of, like, at the part, or, like, the pretty early stages of it, so I kind of can just do it all off the top of my head and just double check everything. But, I mean, once you get to, like, level, like, the higher levels and stuff, and that's when it's kind of, like, it's gonna take a while. But, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll just do it on, like, a podcast format. Like, maybe we'll have a section for it, or maybe I'll just make a video. But I don't really want to make another account for a video.
Use the Wilderness Podcast YouTube account.
No, but I mean, like, I don't want to, like, level up another character.
Oh,
you know? I don't want to have two mains. It's kind of like... Because, you gotta put in the time. You really gotta put in the time.
Dude, just play dress up with your character.
Yeah. Alright, so let's pretend I haven't done this quest.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill these monsters until... Okay, I'm
really
one-shotting them all.
complicates some quests. Some areas you just can't go anymore. You're just like, yeah.
Alright, so normally you can't use the bank down here, but I've done Recipe for Disaster, so I'm just gonna go in here and buy these chocolate bars here, alright? Just, like, make it really irrelevant for everyone.
Yeah. So it's really funny. Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to see that.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty excited. Might take me a while, though, because at first it's like, oh, I can do that in, like, 2 hours, because a lot of people come in the CC and they'll, like, ask quote-unquote, like, basic questions, like, just, newbie questions,
yeah.
because, they're, like, new to the game, like, oh, what should I be doing next? And I'll go, like, look up their account and, like, have you done these quests? Yes or no? Okay, and then I kind of explain it all, and it'd be kind of nice to, like, have, like, a MP3 or, video.
Just something, to explain things, because, RuneScape can be overwhelming, even for returning players. Like, when I came back, and, like, even after taking a break for a while, you're just like, holy fuck, they've added a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Should I be doing that instead of doing what I'm doing now? But who knows? So, I don't, before we segue into the news, I'm quickly gonna say my furnace is making a lot of fucked up noises. So if you hear any weird noise in the background, I apologize. I really should probably go check on it, but fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you'll hear the dog bark or something. That's, shit's going down.
Yeah, that's the alarm system.
Yeah.
And also, there was an issue with last week's episode, so I don't know if anyone was able to download it, but I took it down, I re-uploaded it, so...
Yeah. And, we kind of also, like, a lot of little changes, because, we're still in the infancy of the podcast. Like, this episode will be out later, because we're changing the date, and we're gonna, just to cover the updates while they're more relevant, and, pretty much trying...
Helps with our schedule, too.
Yeah, talk about the updates, like, as early as possible, so you guys can know what's up with them, like, ASAP, instead of, waiting a bit longer. So I think this week we'll cover the 2 updates, and then we'll continue how we normally do with just doing the 1 update. So we're going to be covering last week's...
Oh yeah, this one you'll just get more updates.
But yeah, we're going to be covering, like, last week's update, and I guess it might be confusing because of the issue with last episode. But yeah, we're going to be covering 2 updates, just like the last week's, and then the week of February 23rd, the last 2 weeks of the month of February.
I think you got me confused there, but yeah, you explain it to me.
So,
what's happened?
We're going back to February 16th. And did we cover Pete's birthday bash actually?
Nope.
Okay, so we're going to cover that. It was like a little event to celebrate the anniversary of Oldschool, I believe. Did you do it?
No, I haven't really played too much. Like I said, I've Just been busy and just doing other things.
I didn't do it because I honestly should have, because there were some cool little rewards you could get. Like,
is it over?
Probably. It probably is over.
May or may not be.
I think yeah, I don't know. The event anyways was you pretty much like trying to convince people to go to some dude's birthday or something, to Pete's little bash, his little birthday bash.
I bet I didn't show up. I feel so bad.
You gotta like pay people and get them drunk to go. It's awful. It's like every high schooler's nightmare, and they're throwing a party, just no one wants to go, but their parents are forcing them. But anyways, so you could get some like cool little rewards. You'd get like a little cow outfit. You'd get like a little warship and a gnome child hat. And then those are from the previous events, right? So you could, if you haven't gotten them, you could get those. And then the new events, or the new items, sorry, are balloons that you can like hold in your weapon slot, and then a hat, a little birthday 4th year anniversary hat.
Oh man, I want those so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the item, like, I really do like the balloons. I think they're pretty sweet looking. But yeah. So that was a little birthday bash. You guys probably saw it was on like the little home page when you like click to play. It would mention it. And with addition to that, they also added 12 new worlds, which is super nice. I mean, they're West Coast North American servers.
Man, you know what? I couldn't find anyone when I went PKing.
That's probably why. There's 12 new worlds, or maybe they're all doing the birthday bash. But I mean, they added 12 worlds. They're West Coast, which, you know, we're in Canada. We're like more Eastern Canada, but it's still better than using like London servers and whatnot.
Sure.
We'd get like 80 to 90 ping on them.
Not bad. And
it's not
great for Australia, right?
Yeah, they actually
12.
So they did make a mention. What about Australian worlds? And then they're talking about, like, due to their existing infrastructure on how they host old school worlds in North America, it's a lot easier to do it than to implement infrastructure and stuff into Australia. So apparently they're talking about how they're still working towards Australian worlds, and you know, they want to make sure they're as stable as possible. But if you've played it all this week, the servers have been really bad. Like DCing like 12 times a day easily.
Yeah,
it's like servers have been really bad, and so I guess they want to. I guess what they're going for is just to make the servers more stable, so we don't have this shit. Because everyone would complain if we were having these server issues, and then they pumped out Australian worlds. Like, they have to kind of fix the first issue, which has kind of been an ongoing issue. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see, like, we get solo worlds. You don't get to play with anybody else anymore. That would be awful. Everyone's an Iron Man.
Well, Runescape can come out for consoles. Yeah. Sick.
If you guys are wondering why the server's been going down this week, though, they've been hit with like a series of DDoSes. I'm guessing someone's upset that Ellie's have crashed down to 300 mil.
Oh no.
Yeah, how bad is that? God. So yeah, we've been getting DDoS. But yeah, 12 new worlds.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I see a big impact already. Finding bosses were like, oh, so quick. It took us like 5 seconds to find a boss. Like, these 12 worlds actually make such a big difference. And like, the chance of you getting crashed, probably still the same, because some people are just assholes and can't be bothered to look. But
the nostalgia.
Speaking of bossing and crashing, they added some PVM quality of life improvements, and the main ones are with the Dagginoth Kings and the Calphite Queen. So they've now added like a new little area near where you drop down into the boss layer, and you can peek into a crack, and it'll tell you, you know, in a safe zone, you know, how many people are in the DK or the Calphite Queen zone. Because the worst thing especially with DKs, was you'd have to go through, you know, 20,000 worlds to find one that's open, but you get tagged by like monsters all the time, and it takes so long to world hop.
Yeah,
and
that extra couple seconds really adds up when you're having to world hop every single time.
Yeah, but it actually is like 15, like before this new change where it's like you hop over a vine now and you're in a little safe zone. it would actually take you like 15 seconds plus every single time to hop a world. And when you're starting from the bottom, hitting world 2, and then going all the way back down to the bottom, like you'll search for an hour and not find anything. So these changes make it better. Kelphite Queen, I've never had an issue finding a world. Not many people do it, but I guess they added it to Kelphite Queen because peaking also has the same issue.
Yeah.
But with Dagonoth King's Slayer, like they added the Slayer layer now. So the way it works,
they add the additional room.
Yeah. So the Slayer layer is, if you're on a normal Dagonoth task, you can go in there. So
That's
now,
pretty dope.
yeah. So now when you right click the ladder or the crack, it'll say like peek into the standard layer or the Slayer layer. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
seems kind of silly to have that come out as well as the 12 new worlds. You really just opened up.
Yeah, 24 more possibilities. Yeah, I finding worlds. Every time I've done DKs, we leave because we get crashed, and then we stop because we can't find a world, or we just can't find a world. Like, it's super competitive there, and it's really bad. So I think Slayer now is super nice. Your chances of you getting crashed are way less. And the people that are going there for the Slayer task, like they're probably not interested in crashing you. Especially if you and another buddy are lucky enough to be on the same task. If you guys just cancel and stack your tasks together. So yeah, I don't know. I think, I've yet to try it out. I haven't done too much Slayer, but, I think this week I'll try and get my buddies to get a DK task, and, we'll all jump in together, and I'll give you guys a better update on how it is. So, with addition to that...
Yeah, that does sound pretty dope. Hold on, before, I don't want to cut you off, but while you're doing that, I just wanted to look up. The Berserker's Ring crashed 1 mil this week. Archer's Ring crashed about 600k.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of expected. I kind of would expect the Zerker Ring to drop a lot more. I mean,
to be honest though, like 4 mil for like what, 4 extra strength.
You imbue it too,
absurd.
right? I think that's what makes these rings really expensive, is that the fact you can imbue it with your Nightmare Zone points and double its stats.
Definitely like really good to have, but still, it's pretty expensive for the amount of stats you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, they probably wanted to be a little cheaper. Because also, DKs are, like, if you have the Fremenic Elite Diaries, they drop noted bones. And the solo method is essentially to find a world that lets you have a route to sneak to the back. And then you just sit in the back and kill Rex, the guy who drops the Zerker Ring. And so you can sit there and you bring your Guthlins and stuff and you heal up off the little minions. And you can actually stay there forever while picking up the bones and any good drops. You just need anti-venom, right?
True, yeah.
So, like,
sweet. I need to get my fucking diaries done. Maybe I'll do that. Take a break from construction.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, diaries are super nice. I'm about to hit a big push. I want to hit a big push after 85 magic. I want to just try and get every hard diary done. I can, just have the elites left.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So on top of that, they added a little shrinkage to Corp Cave. Cool. And so now when you go into the Corp Cave, little fun fact, I've probably called it a Corporal Beast, and it's actually corporeal. I've always just called it a Corporal Beast.
Yeah, me too.
But it's corporeal, which is it's weird. I don't like that name. I'm gonna stick with Corporal.
It's Corporal now.
Yeah, but they've made the little like zone that you teleport into, like with your games necklace, a lot smaller, because you sometimes would have to render in the map in the middle of a corp fight, which, could actually kill you if, you were unlucky enough to tank it, and, maybe you don't have the best internet or the best computer or whatever. With this shrinkage, it means that the whole area has been loaded in when you teleport, so that's really, really nice for bossing. And also, if you're Dragon Warhammer specking, you teleport closer to the instance, so you can, sneak in and hit them and run out quickly a lot more efficiently, which is very nice. I mean, if you were to go in right now, it does look really weird because it's just a tiny little little circle that you stand in before the big boss. But yeah. And so they have added Elysian Spirit Shield improvements. So the Ellie, normally it's like a little special bonus. What makes it so good is the fact that the shield has a 70% chance to reduce the damage you've received by 25%. So that is huge. You'll see like swirls go around you and stuff when it procs. So that's just what it does right now. And a big issue, the fact that like attacks that went through protection prayer, like the way the shield interacted, it wasn't working properly. So they've now added like the little special effect of the shield, so you can now reduce the damage of, attacks going through your prayer, or that go through your prayer, which, things like Chaos Fanatic and Zulrah and the Kraken Cave boss, Lizardman Shamans, like a bunch of them. Kruk, the guy from Monkey Madness 2. There's a lot of guys. Yeah, there's a lot of guys.
It seems like it's a lot of like the AoE or environmental damages. You know what I mean? Like I'm assuming it's the Zulrah poison bubbles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think that's a really nice little change, and hopefully that'll compensate. Well, I guess it hasn't because this was last week, but yeah. Anyways, so among with that, they also buffed the Spectral Spirit Shield, and they made a change to it, so it now reduces the prayer drain by 50% on all prayer draining attacks outside of PvP. So I guess barrows and stuff, those like little slug guys that hit you and drain your prayer, and other places that I can't recall right now.
Yeah.
They buffed the Dark Relic, so it is now up, like you can now upgrade it to be usable for any skill, and it gives you 150 times the experience of your level for the skills that can be used in raids. So combat skills, mining, woodcutting, herblore, farming, hunter, cooking, fishing, thieving, fire making, and agility. And then 50 times for all the other skills that weren't listed.
Yeah, so the relic was a reward from the raid.
Yeah, and it was a pretty lackluster reward too. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks cool. That's about it. I mean, now hopefully it's more balanced or more fair to get. So now the Slayer Masters, you can go to the Slayer Masters and there's a new reward. So you can get Mytho Dragons to drop their bars in noted form while you're on a Slayer assignment. And that'll cost 200 points.
I think I might get that.
That's pretty good. I'm not going to spend the points on unlocking the dragons or the bars because, it's not the best experience. And I guess the money would be pretty good if the bars are noted now, but I don't know. I can't really.
I'm probably going to unlock both of them and then
give her a try.
Predict the future and then guess that I'm going to block the task afterwards. Realizing it was a mistake.
Because they're really tough to kill. They were at one point the hardest dragons before they came out with like the catacombs and all this stuff. Like they're up.
Yeah, and also the dragon full helmet before it was the only monster to drop that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And still, its drop was like 1 in 32,000.
Yeah, that's why it was so expensive. It's pretty ridiculous. Expensive now, but definitely not nearly as close.
Yeah, it's basically a cosmetic item.
Yeah. Show your wealth, show your bonds. So
yeah.
So now the Trident of the Seas and the toxic variant of the Trident of the Swamp, I guess. Which might as well, yeah. You can now charge them without unequipping it. So that's nice little quality of life. You can just charge it with it in your hand.
That was something that kind of annoyed me.
Or without having held items, sorry. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like that. It's a little quality of life. And now they have the King Black Dragon has a respawn timer that's been reduced to 10 seconds. It used to be a minute. So now they've
cut it was 30 seconds before, I think.
Oh, I think it was pretty long. Anyways, it was a good amount of time. Now it's 10 seconds, which is really fast. Like that is...
Yeah.
That's ridiculously fast. Like you don't have enough time to loot, to drop the food or whatever, to loot the items, run out, put it in your looting bag, and then run back in.
You'll get the world will get stolen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think a big issue was with, I think I feel like Jagex is uncomfortable with PVMing and having like people be competitive for worlds. Like,
Yeah, see, because I kind of like that idea to an extent, not where it's like ridiculous, like you're saying with DKs, like Dagging Kings.
Mm-hmm.
But I like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example of a boss. Like King Black Dragon was like, it's pretty hard to find a world for the most part.
I mean, and now King Black Dragon is still very competitive. It's very competitive, especially with pures and whatnot, because all you need is range, and the higher magic level you have, the more you resist his fire breath. So
Right.
pures friggin' love it. Mains love it because they're hunting for the pet. You can get like 20 kills in a run. I got like 24 kills my last run of KBD. Like so many where both my inventories are full, and I'm like, I can't hold anymore. I actually can't. Do I have to bury bones? Like, you can rip through them. But I actually made a friend. He was a low level who came in and tried crashing me in a KBD, and like he had like 70 range. There's no friggin' way he's beating my base 90 melee. And
I don't think that you can consider that crashing. Then
no, he more of like just helped me get the kills a bit faster and helped me get more drops. Help me get over my Slayer task.
His first boss kill.
Yeah, I mean, he was a nice guy. I asked him to leave. He's like, I just want to stay for one kill. And then I found out he was pretty new to the game, so I let him stay. Let him stay and get nothing.
Friendship was made.
Yeah, no, we're pretty good friends now, actually. But every time I go to do KBD, I have people that look at me and go, oh, I can crash this guy. And then I have like 2-3 pures drop in trying to crash me, and it's like, I'm swearing at them, they're swearing back at me, we're like trying to get the kill, and I'm lucky enough that when I really need to do well, like kill bosses fast, it's when people try and crash me.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice like that. I don't get crashed too much because I can, usually out damage them.
Yeah.
I mean,
when your back's up against the wall.
Yeah, I just start swinging for the fences.
Oh, fuck.
But so I think they're reducing it for 10 seconds because it's like, hey, I got to kill 13 black dragons. I'm going to KBD, and then you rip through it, 6 times as fast or 3 times as fast. They're just spawning over and over again. They're getting people in and out as fast as possible.
Do you think that's going to free up worlds more?
I think so. I think it'll make it.
Plus, with the 12 worlds, that sure helps. But the thing is, King Black Dragon was a good example because it was hard to find a world, but I always did. You know what I mean? I always found a world.
Yeah, you could always find one. Mainly because it's in the wilderness, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's really what deters people from making the run. I mean, I say fuck it. If I lose my fire cape, I lose my fire cape. I'm gonna start bringing like my max capes or something, my quest cape or something from now on, because it's really stupid. Don't do that, because
I'll kill you if I see you.
Well, I mean, people will. They don't care. Actually, they probably want to because you have a fire cape, and they just want to make you do Jad all over again.
And it's like 50k or 90k or some shit.
Yeah, but
trust me, when you've seen no one for hours, you want to kill something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with KBD, you could always find a world, but you know how people are. 3 worlds, that's too many to check. I'm going to crash this guy. And I don't think they like that. So now they're just kind of cranking them out. You can just rip through KBD now really fast. Anyways.
You can pay for your own instance room, or now you can you get 12 new rooms. So there it is.
Yeah.
And fucking the reduced timer.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm always I can go on and why this is bad, but I'll just stop there because you guys I complained about this 2 episodes in a row. Anyways.
It's not a big deal, but yeah.
I don't like it. When I don't like things, I'll let everyone know. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. You know what they say.
That's when you know you've got a keeper.
Yeah. So, moving on with the, they made an overhaul to the redwood trees. They look like really nice.
They look like a level 90 tree.
Oh, like have you seen them now?
Yeah, I have. They do look pretty cool.
I love the trees. And so they made the big graphic little update to the trees. Just a big graphic update to the trees. And they've also added a lot more spots that you can woodcut. So you can now
spread out a bit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that a lot. They did like some like random little changes, like uncharged glories look darker, and all the they kind of just little graphic updates to help
Yeah, they
you
had that before, but I think they just tweaked it a bit more, didn't they?
They had that with the silver jewelry, and now they've done it with the glories.
The glories that had before, I think they just tweaked it. Cause I remember
I don't know. They just said that
noticing it from the glories.
Yeah, I don't know, but they made it more darker and like more in line with other uncharged jewelry, so maybe they just darkened it a bit more.
Yeah.
The one thing that's notable, which I'm very happy they added, was there's now a warning message when you try and bury a bone within a player-owned house. So when you're using their altar, you don't accidentally bury a bone.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Super nice. I love that because I probably, like, when I was doing my 70 prayer grind, I probably buried like an inventory worth. Just like not really paying
I don't
attention.
think I ever have.
I had to turn my mouse options to only right click. I kept doing it so much. Like every inventory I'd do it and I'd get really pissed. Just cause like, oh, now I have to go back and buy another bone and do this all over. I'm not, but whatever. Just like little changes. But yeah, they made some bug fixes, like they fixed spelling errors, on Tutorial Island, and yeah, they just make little text.
They fixed spelling errors on Tutorial Island?
Yeah, there's
Fuck, how long have those been there? I feel like they should just stay there at that point.
Well, this one specifically was when Iron Man came out. There was a spelling error within the Iron Man banking details, so they kind of fixed that. Nothing else really important happened. That was pretty much it for every single update for that week.
Sweet.
I don't know. See, I like these kinds of updates. Yeah, I mean, I guess
a lot goes on, but nothing too big.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest changes are boss-wise. This quality of life to bossing. I mean, the DKs thing would really bug me. I'm very happy about the change with adding that little cubby you can hide and peek. It's super nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I agree. I'm glad they're going See, that's not really going back as much, but like I like that they're kind of updating older content, sort of. Like, no, I like that they're doing that because
what I really like is
you don't always need these flashy big content, like big
updates.
Releases.
You don't need a raid every week.
Yeah, because then exactly sometimes you're gonna fail.
The one thing I really like is how many people have complained about checking. How many people have complained about the process of finding a room for DKs. And like one of the big things is, I get hit, I lose health, I go through 3 or 4 sharks before I find a room. It takes me like 2 hours because instead of a 3-second click, it's like now I gotta wait 10 seconds till I got hit. So they fix that, but then they're also like, hey, people might have the same issue with Kelphite Queen. We'll just add that with Kelphite Queen as well because it's the same thing. Like there's a monster right in front. Like, yeah,
well, for the most part, I think almost every boss should have that.
Yeah, they have some foresight and they're making these updates like more consistent. They're kind of learning that this community really can nitpick about anything, and they're just beating us to the punch. I like that a lot. So that's
good. What should have every other game has it. Like one thing I noticed from playing other games is like RuneScape always kind of lacked the the big patch notes that would come out with an update for games. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's different though because we have weekly updates where things are getting added and removed or fixed or whatever, tweaked every single week, which is okay. RuneScape, which is a sandbox MMO that like you just click, right? It's a clicker MMO. It's like one step away from a mobile game, but it gets more updates and more love than like League of Legends, which is like a MOBA, which needs updates every, as often as possible. It gets twice the amount of updates.
So you think more games should have this approach with the...
I really do, because...
weekly updates with these small little tweet, like, you know what I mean?
Well, like, if anyone who's listening, or I don't know if you're into like the League of Legends competitive scene or anything like that, I like watching the LCS and stuff on the weekends.
I don't know. Only when I used to play it.
Yeah, like I don't play anymore, but I've always liked watching it. And one thing, a lot of pros and people just in general, even when I played, they took way too long to make a fix. Like there's been characters that have been broken for like 5 months and they haven't nerfed them yet. The
problem is RuneScape, Jagex is also a victim of that, or RuneScape is a victim of that,
but in a different way, right? Like they're like you like, if as of right now, February 23rd, 2017, you look at like any League of Legends game, they have the same like 5 bans. You know what I mean? Like they just ban the same guys, generally the first 3 bans on one team is always the same, and it's been like that for a long time. Like they have issues.
I don't know. I'd have to disagree with that. Like my experience was always different. Like I noticed.
Well, like I'm
big
talking about like
bans
competitive
every
scene.
season.
Like every season, like they make big changes every season, but I mean,
I guess every season it has its bannable champions, but that changes by the season. I guess you're right.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like it takes a long time for them to make the changes that they need, and Jagex is making the changes it needs like every single week. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but like it's the fact that like they're always gonna be there, and like
yeah, that's true.
Like League of Legends, where there's so much money dumped into that game. Its player base is what 100 times bigger than RuneScape, and we get way more love from the devs. We get way more, like the devs talk way more than like, you know what I mean? Like the friggin' Jagex interaction, true. Like friggin' look at how many tweets Mod Ash has. Like he tweets everyone back. Like they're like all like they really give a shit about this game. And then you look at games like League of Legends where you can tell that people involved in the updates and everything, the flow of the game, are just there to make money.
Yeah, and I guess like, on a Thursday, if they don't come out with an update, that's where we panic. We call 911.
Yeah,
you go and find everyone's like murdered at the office.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, with like all those changes from last week, with the DKs and like all these quality of life changes, it's really nice.
No, I do want to counter with when you were talking about how they do give these weekly updates.
Yeah,
my issue is, it sucks when there's something that needs immediate attention and you see these weekly updates come out and there's just like ignored, like splashing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
that went on for a while, and the whole NMZing bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's a bittersweet type of thing where most of the people that are bitching about splashing have splashed to the point they need to, and then that's it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Like I actually had a friend who quit who was like, dude, splashing is the shit. He taught me like how to do it. This is what you want. Traded me like the shit I need. Use a smokestaff. Use these runes. Go here. Like do this. Don't do rats. Like telling me how to do it like perfectly.
Yeah.
The guy legit hits 99, and then like 3 days later, he's like, dude, I can't wait for them to nerf splashing. It's so stupid. And you're like, fuck you, man. I want to get 99 now. Don't be a dick. Like, and I think that's kind of why they were hesitant, because they're like, well, is this as bad as it seems? And then they probably looked at the numbers and how many people hit max, mage within 3 months of splashing being discovered, and they fixed it. But like you look at things like WoW, where there was literally a bug where you could mine really expensive ore infinitely. Like you're able to bug out a monster that you could kill and mine, and you're able to sit there and mine it so much, and you could get these like end game like artifact power points. There was a bug that you could abuse and get infinite amount of points. Essentially, you could sit there and farm it for hours by like clicking or something. Like you could pretty much set up an auto clicker and get you these points that you use to upgrade your weapon and whatever. World of Warcraft bullshit.
Yeah,
but
true. I have no idea.
It took them like 3 months, and the thing is that like it's really big in WoW because their economy is like very different from ours. The fact that iron ore will always be relevant, coal will always be relevant, addy ore, like everything is always relevant. And like WoW, it's 90% of the time the end game, the rune
next
ores,
level, you're never looking back.
Yeah, like once it's not like, oh, I can mine rune, I don't need to mine coal. It's like, no, you still need to. Like, yeah, it's just the way their progression works. And so when something like that like breaks and people are literally generating like 400,000 gold, a week, which is 3k WoW gold for 1 mil RuneScape. So you can do the math, so you can make a shit ton of money like a day. And they took a long ass time to fix it, and then they just banned the guys who did it for 6 months.
Damn, yeah.
And everyone freaked the fuck out, right? And like at least here, it's like splashing was probably the biggest issue that Jagex had, but they're pretty good with fixing everything in a reasonable amount of time. Like look at Twisted Bow; they made like a lot of tweaks within the first month of it coming out.
Do have great community. What's the word I'm trying to say?
Engagement?
They converse. Yeah, they have really good community engagement.
Yeah, they know.
Like when I played Destiny, they had one guy that was like, boom, this is the dude that's gonna interact with the community. But then you have like the old school runes, like the whole it's just RuneScape in general. Because even some RuneScape 3 players you see are playing old school RuneScape. Or not
Yeah.
RuneScape 3 players, or RuneScape 3 Jagex employees
Yeah.
playing RuneScape.
I think it's more of an old school thing. I think everyone who plays RS3 is like they dabble, you know.
Yeah, I can see it because everyone's familiar with it for the most part.
Mm-hmm. And even people in the RuneScape Classic community, you know, they play old school too. Like everyone likes old school,
Except for the dedicated old school players.
yeah. Like if you like old school, you're like fuck RuneScape Classic, fuck RS3. But
No, I'm saying even the people who love old school RuneScape like say fuck this game.
oh yeah,
Every
I think
time an update comes out, are you fucking kidding me?
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of like that with certain things. I'm really like this shouldn't be changed, you know, kind of a person, but.
Boycotting KBD.
Nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna go in with a buddy and get like 50 kills in 20 minutes and walk out and be like, look, see what you've done?
You've turned me into the monster I am.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Funny.
Pretty happy with all the updates and
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
but yeah, so last week's was PVM and like bossing, and then this week, so the 23rd, so
Oh yeah, there's still more to go over.
yeah, this
I
is
was wondering, yeah, go on.
This is, I think, really big updates. Huge quality of life updates. This is just general quality of life updates. So today, you know, February 23rd, this update is like every skiller's wet dream, pretty much. This is just like
Baby,
skilling
let's
quality
hear it.
of life across the board.
Fucking drop it on us.
Speaking of dropping, you can now shift click to drop your items. There's an option. You click the wrench in game, your option, the little option thing, and then you go to the joystick. And from there, you'll see like a shift button. You can turn it on and off, and it allows you to just hold shift and left click your items, and you drop them.
That's fucking awesome.
So me being me, I was like, let's see how this works. I remember I could rip through an inventory with mouse keys, like, you know, like really, really quickly, and people could do it faster with like auto hotkey scripts. It's pretty fast.
And it drops your whole inventory.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty fast, because yeah, you just, you know, how fast can you click your 28 or whatever items, like you can drop it really fast, but it's also, you know, how fast can you move the mouse and whatever. Like it's good. It's nice.
The question I want to ask though is like, you know how they have like they're on a tick system? Is there a delay? As in like, if you spam click every single one of them, are they all going to drop?
Yeah, kind of. Like, yeah, it kind of works as a...
It's not going to skip over any of them if you click 5 at a time. And it's like, oh,
well,
no,
so when I pretty much
drop.
sat at the GE and dropped an inventory of potion, or just pots, and just picked them up over and over just to play around with it, because it was kind of like, oh, this is nice. I didn't have any issues dropping. I just shift click, and as long as you don't drag the item, you could just click them really
That's pretty
quickly.
dope. So yeah, I think everyone should have that enabled, even if you're going to get scammed. Just do it anyways, because it's gonna work. It'll be worth it.
I mean, there's gonna be a new scam where it says shift click your money to double it, or some shit like that.
In the wilderness, 'cause
yeah.
Once the update to drop, they instantly appear.
There's gonna be something like that to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But just keep in mind, remember it, because I left mine on, and I don't know, my push to talk for like Discord and TeamSpeak is capitals, like caps lock. That's right next to shift, and I like fat fingered shift, and I like dropped like, I don't know, like an absorption potion or something before I went into NMZ, and I didn't even realize, so could have been, you know, money or something valuable. So you just gotta be careful and don't be dumb like me and know where your hands are. But yeah, the options disable by default, pretty big. Very, very excited with that. Yeah, what do you think about it in general? You like it?
Yeah, that's a fucking amazing update. I never thought I'd see it. I never did.
Yeah, it's a dream come true.
It's one of these things where you're just like, I've never even done it yet, and I can tell you I can never go back.
Yeah. Like, if you're doing barbarian fishing or granite mining, like, it's so huge. And for all those people that never use mouse keys or anything, it's like, well, there you go.
Oh,
Thanks for having one part of the community be so shitty and trying to abuse it, everything as possible, that now the guys who just want to play and have fun, hey, we just made it a bit better for you. So, that being said, they did a little visual update to the Superior Slayer. And, I don't know.
Which I think is well needed.
I don't know if some of them looked really lame, like the blood velds and stuff, kind of.
They were just like a recoloring.
Yeah, right?
A little bit bigger.
They're just, let's just make them more pixely and bigger and just change one notable color. And, yeah, so now they've changed the way they look, and like, man, some of them look sweet.
Yeah, I did see some of the pictures. I haven't actually. Yeah, some of the pictures do look fucking awesome.
Yeah, so they've given.
They look they look badass, and I'm almost just like, man, save that model for another fucking creature. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, it just shows you how what the love they're putting into the game. Sorry.
Yeah, their standard for the artwork is
exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty high. And yeah, so like they look really sweet. I love the crawling hand.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, like
it's like a level 23 Slayer monster or something.
Yeah, but like the superior version looks sweet. The Abyssal Demons look sweet. They made big change. They changed like all of them except for the Marble Gargoyle, which I think it's because that's just how it should look. Just a gargoyle made of marble. Like they can't add really. Or they shouldn't, I guess, add super cool features or anything like they have with these guys. So I think that's sweet. Definitely excited to, get used to that update.
It'll make it more fun, and maybe I'll actually notice more often when one pops up, and I won't notice by, like, popping up at Lumbridge.
Yeah. And this is an update that I have been waiting for a while. So they made a Motherlode Mining quality of life update. So you can now unlock larger pay dirt sacks with 200 nuggets if you talk to the prospector Percy. So if you've never done Motherlode mining, I'll just go back, and it's like a mining kind of mini game where you go in and slightly AFK mine the walls, and you mine ores and stuff, and you get this dirt and you dump it into like a little water conveyor belt-esque machine, and the little water mill will break, you gotta repair it, and it pretty much just pushes this pay dirt into like a sack. And when I was doing it, when I did my big, well, quote unquote big grind, but when I pushed like pretty much 1 mining to 75 mining, and I did Motherlode mining like pretty much ASAP, the one thing I hated was you never, like, sometimes you forget how many you put in there, so then you would mine like a inventory of pay dirt. Oh, you can't put any in there, and then you can't bank the pay dirt, right? So you have to drop it all, grab the ores, and you have to like juggle some items for a little while. So now they actually have a number that shows how much pay dirt is in there. Super nice.
I've never actually had that problem. Like every time I've done it, I was able to. It's always mining the same amount of pay dirt pretty much every time.
Oh yeah, because you can do like 2 inventories, I think.
Oh, okay.
If I remember, it's been a while, but now you can now double the inventory, which is super nice. Because it's also nice, you do 4 runs, someone will repair it for you, the little thing. So yeah, I don't know, it's nice.
Cool.
Yeah, they made it much more convenient. They also changed the upper level area in Motherlode mining. It's really good. It's super close to like Percy and the deposit little thing, so you can get your ores and experience and stuff from the dirt. And a big issue there was that people would just kind of hop on the ore that you're mining, kind of just steal it from you, and they wouldn't really care. Just they want to be as close to the ladder as possible.
Yeah, okay.
And you actually see people get into arguments when you're doing it. Like, it was kind of, people like got really upset about stealing my spot. So now they've changed it, so as soon as someone starts mining it, there's a randomized timer that goes down on the vein. So we could have 1 million people mining the same spot, and like it won't change how long it'll be there, right? Okay. So yeah, you can't really get your spot stolen anymore. It's really nice. I love these updates. I might get into mining again.
Sweet.
And another little quality of life, I think you'll like this a lot. They have some nice little buffs, I guess, some little fixes, some changes to construction.
Oh shit.
So now they have keyboard shortcuts when you're in the furniture creation. So now you can just hit 2 for your oak larders every time or whatever. You can just slap a 2. Make
that's
it
sweet. The only thing because that was my big problem with it, because like when you're constantly, continue with the rest of the update and then.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say it.
So yeah, they made it so you can now click just a button or press a button. You don't have to be getting carpal tunnel to get good experience in construction. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, so you can only use the shortcuts on like the furniture hotspots. You can't use it with a workbench. So I think that implies like item or like a lectern or whatever it's called to make your teletabs. I think I'm not really too sure how.
It's probably for things like that, and on like your workbench, so you can't make you can trade furniture and shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe so you can't just like spam a bunch of those out. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, they've made it. Yeah, they've definitely took it into consideration. There's a corner space within your bed, or within the bedroom in your house. Now you can put a servant's money bag in there. At 58 construction, it's 2 mahogany planks, a bolt cloth, and a gold leaf. And what this money bag does is you can store up to 3 million coins in the bag, and it automatically pays your butler while they perform tasks.
That's huge.
Yeah, so
Well, that's
and you now free up an inventory spot. You don't have to go through the friggin' dial. It was so annoying. He would
Is
do
that
like
all for the construction updates?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay,
yeah,
so, no, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I agree that it's
it's
it
nice. You don't have
frees
to
up
deal with the
space.
friggin' the little dialogue, and he just goes and just takes money and just keeps on doing his thing.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, you get in this pattern with construction where you can go kind of fast. The only thing that slows you down is having to click your furniture.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly you go to build in the area where whatever your building is, and then you push 1, click, push 2 to remove it, click, push 1, click, 2 to remove it, then you talk to your butler to receive planks, right? Your butler's constantly running back to your bank because he's able to, depending on what butler you have, if you have your max, which is I think you get at level 40, he's able to do a large number of things. But what I get him to do is he fetches me oak planks so I can just sit where I am and just continuously make the furniture thing, and he comes in and gives me the planks.
Mm-hmm.
And you get in a rhythm really easily, but after the 8th time, when he shows up, he'll say, I demand like 10k from you. And you have to click and then click through a little bit of dialogue, and then you need to click them again to get your planks.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem with that, it's not huge. This is just nitpicking quality of life.
Yeah, it's kind of, it used to be,
it
can
throws
like,
you off your rhythm. Sorry.
yeah, because with most skills, you sink into a pretty consistent rhythm where you can kind of do it in your peripheral. Like, you just kind of sit there and do it. But when that comes up, it's kind of like, I don't want to have to count 8 times and then, okay, now I gotta go through this big dial. Like, it should be just much more consistent with a message that just comes up and saying, your butler took this much out of your coffer or whatever. Your money bag.
See, it's not a huge thing. For me, it was more on the lines of just like, you get a reaction of like, huh? What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I need to give him some money.
How did I get to this dialogue? Yeah. I mean, my only complaint with the money bag is it should be a piggy bank. It's right now just like a blue bag on a red table. I mean, I think it'd be cool if it was like a piggy bank or...
Is that a suggestion on like the subreddit or anything like that?
I don't know. Just like something, I don't know.
Let's fucking push for that change. I like that.
Yeah, next week coming up. So, yeah, big update. I think you'll like that while you're doing construction, because construction's really fast experience, but like, it's just like every other skill. It's how fast can you do it? It's like, how fast can you just rip through the game servers and just click, accept, yep, like spam spacebar, spam 1, spam 2, like a little, like a flow chart you go through. Do you have planks? Is it built?
Yeah.
Build it. Is it not? Remove it. Then build it. Do you have planks? Talk to your butler. And then you just kind of start at the beginning. So yeah, I don't know. They're kind of taking some of the annoyance out of it. So that's nice. Makes me excited.
Cool.
So there's more updates. So they have like a little perk to the runecrafting skill cape. So your pouches will no longer degrade if you have like the skill cape or the max cape worn.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, sure. Who's gonna keep runecrafting after that? I guess, I don't know. Ridiculous, but whatever. I think that's pretty necessary. You got 99. Give them a little something else.
Yeah, they should have it all, like, it should give you so much quality of life things.
Especially if it's runecrafting, the slowest skill in the game to max out.
Yep.
By the way.
At like 35k.
Yeah, and like, if you're doing lava runes as fast as possible, like, it's still, like, it's expensive. Yeah, it's shit. It's really slow. Anyways, so they've also added a new perk to the agility cape, and yeah, so the new perk is you'll no longer fall when you're doing obstacles in the Brimhaven agility arena.
Yeah,
so
you
I
should
guess
never fall for anything, I don't think.
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice.
You should be able to pass everything.
But yeah, I don't know why you'd be doing Brimhaven at 99 agility, but if you really want a pirate's hook or something, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so now the blast mine, you can now left click to place dynamite within the rock cavities instead of having to use, right click or left click you use, then click on the cavity in the blast mine.
Cool.
I've never done Blast Mine, so I can't really go in detail on how nice it is, but
I'm sure it was annoying.
if it's anything like fighting the boss rat in Rat Catchers, clicking a tiny fucking pixel, like, fine, that would probably annoy me, hopefully. But now that's gone, so that's a nice little buff. And I think this is really big for all you guys who love and hate farming. You can now unlock weedless farms. So for the cost of 50 teeth farming points, you'll be able to permanently rid your patches of weeds. So you'll only have to clear the weeds once and they'll never grow back, which is super nice if you're someone like me who gets into farming for like 4 days and then stops. You get to a point where you have your routes cleared and you just don't need a rake anymore.
Which is awesome, but like, I don't think I would get it because I like to get the weeds and use as compost. Oh. Yeah, and then turn it into super compost with a potion, right?
Oh, yeah, I just dump my, like, watermelons and shit in there.
Right. Yeah, you can do it too.
I'm lazy, though.
Yeah, and 50 points for it is pretty damn cheap. Like,
yeah, it's
I think it should be a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, for the farming boots, it's 50 points, so...
Because I believe if you're going to do one full round of the teeth farming with, like, use all the seeds, because I believe you get 74 points.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, I've seen
I believe it
videos
takes 20
and
minutes
people
for one
doing
round.
teeth farming. I've never actually done it myself, though.
It's
like I know
brutal.
Yeah, I know it's click intensive and
it's really focus intensive because you want to
get your max
everything's
points
on a
and
timer. Once you plant it, like you need to water it in the next like 30 seconds, but you do it amongst 12 other plants.
Yeah.
So like you're on if you fuck it up and mess up, you ruin your 12 plants because you're just off by like the timing.
So, little incentive to unlock it, I guess, to do the teeth farming is to never get those weeds again.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's pretty big.
It's cool. I think it should be maybe 100 points.
Yeah, I think
not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I'm just looking for things to bitch at.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, they might up it one day. I'm not really too sure. So, other than that, I believe that's it for the skill-specific updates, but they have now released a little competition. So, if you want a dragon scimitar in real life, it's foam though, it's not actually metal.
Oh, really?
It's foam, it's like it looks pretty cool.
I think it does look fucking sexy.
Yeah, it's foam sadly, so it might break when it's, shipping from London to America if you win and you're American or wherever. But maybe they'll have it, I don't know, maybe they'll sign it or something cool. But anyway, so you can win yourself a dragon scimitar and then also a free year of membership. And what the competition is over this next week, the player with the fastest completion of the fight caves will receive, this prize. So in order to be eligible, you just have to do the fight cave between now and then next Thursday's update. So what's next Thursday? The 2nd of next month. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to be able to win it.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to win it with servers.
Yeah, that's true. Servers are shit. Let's make everyone do Jad and stuff.
I set the record with 4 hours.
Yeah. So if you think, you can beat Wooks at the fight caves, you can just go ahead and give it your best shot.
Yeah.
There's people that can beat it in like I think the fastest time I saw on Reddit was like 43 or 34 minutes.
I could believe the 34 minutes. 43 seems like I'm sure someone's beat it faster.
Yeah. I mean, I averaged about an hour per attempt. Every time I get to Jad, it took me about an hour to get to Jad. So
they had about the same.
So these guys are probably max stats with blowpipe, best in slot gear, tick eating.
Cool.
But, you want to compete with them and you think you got what it takes, go for it. It's pretty sweet. I like that. Little incentives, get a free year from Jagex. Why not? So, in other news, you can now get elite clues from raids. So when you want to farm for your master clue, you have a reason to do raids. Dilz.
Sweet.
little incentive for you.
Tomorrow.
The party gets a little notification if someone clears the farming patch in the raid. So, yeah. I didn't know that was an issue, but they fixed it.
Quality of life, baby.
Yep. you can no longer elk the arc light,
Quality of life.
which sucks because that was my money making method. It's my secret money making method.
Spoiled. You just have to. You have a whole YouTube video about to release. Just fucking scrap it.
It's about to drop.
Ugh.
So the teleportation, like the teleport in, and the in combat timer and deadman mode is now applied to the wilderness lever. I guess people were able to just escape. Let's say I'm PKing you or I'm fighting you, and then you run to the arty lever and you can just pull it and get into a safe zone just like that. So now you can't do that anymore. That's pretty nice. Yeah. I didn't know this was an issue, but apparently runecrafting pouches can no longer degrade when attempting to fill them when already filled.
Oh, cool.
So if you tried filling them and they already had essence, apparently it would degrade them a bit more, which I did not know.
So it was probably an issue that you encountered all the time. You just didn't know.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that was faster than I expected. So, yeah, I mean, that should never have been an issue, but it's not anymore, so I can't complain about it, sadly. And notifications have been moved under chat options.
So yeah, that happened. Protesting World 317 Falador.
Yeah, time to get, old school is an old school. we gotta bring it back to its roots.
But yeah, cool. That's a load of really cool updates. Nothing huge, but all like everything I'm pretty happy with. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna. If it doesn't affect me yet, it will one day.
Yeah, like I think the biggest ones are the Dagginoff King change, the Court Beast change, and the shift to click drop.
Yeah, shift click to drop is the biggest, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's something we all can now benefit from.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's awesome.
Do you have any skill, like do you have any suggestions on like quality of life to like certain skills? Like this week, they made, the big quality of life like upgrade to construction and like farming and stuff. Do you think there's any skills that really need some love?
Trying to think what of stuff that are tedious. Like I found Hunter pretty tedious, but not much you can do there. I don't know. I'm thinking way too hard on this. Maybe Herblore. I'm sure there's something there in Herblore.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm not sure. No idea. Now, if I played with like a notepad next to me, I could write down. Like I'm sure there's a bunch of things I could point out, be like that could be improved, or maybe we'd see that, or a little tweak, a little change in that.
Yeah, I do like what you said about Hunter though, because I do think they should change the Hunter path to 99. Because as of right now, it's really cookie cutter. It's like you do your Varrock Museum for the free 9 Hunter, and you do your birds, and pretty much rush to black salamanders. Or if you want money, you just do Chinchompas, but, there's so many bots, and it's so competitive there.
Yeah, the only problem is to do that, you can't really do that with quality of life. You kind of have to add in...
Well, yeah, they have
they did kind of... They add in small things here and there, you know what I mean? Like you have the Monkey Madness 2, that came with a little bit of hunting, stuff like that.
Yeah, like I think a hunting minigame would be pretty cool.
Well, they have Imperious Imp, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of just like catch your dragon implings or your whatever the ones that give you medium clues.
Eclectics, I think.
Yeah, the eclectics. I like
an actual one where you're actually hunting.
Yeah, something like relatable to teeth farming or fishing trawler, motherlode mine, blast furnace. Like,
yo, we could fucking brainstorm something up. Fucking
I
think about it. You bring in a party and you have to go hunt down an animal, like some fucking weird beast. Yeah. Or maybe you do it by yourself. Who cares? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like they should have, because like as of right now, hunting is really good money, but it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, you can also get good experience, but like it's just at a point where the best hunting methods are overran with bots or PKers or bot and PKers. It's like yeah, it would be nice to have like a minigame that made hunting more enjoyable. Instead of this skill that's sitting at, 64 for me? 67? And I'm like, I don't ever want to touch it again. This is shit. Like...
I'll eventually level up when I need to, but yeah, I agree. Like I burned myself out on it too much. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but yeah, I think we should wrap this up. I'm fucking dozing off here. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yep.
It's been a long week. Oh baby, can't wait for Friday.
It ain't over yet.
But yeah, I can't wait. Especially like with the construction, I can't wait to try that out and dropping shit. I just go drop stuff. So let's have a drop party.
Yeah, exactly.
And looking forward to that.
Yep. What are
anything you want to mention? Like how that you're going to be doing next week or anything like that?
Gonna be getting my 99 strength.
Word.
Hopefully my 85 magic while making
Let's see
bank.
that.
And if the servers are good, then I'll go bossing. But
nice.
The servers.
Yeah, you might actually get that before this episode comes out, right?
Maybe. As we speak, I am now 780k experience away.
If you blast that all tonight.
Oh, there's no way. I'd be up till like 5 in the morning. 4 or like 3:50 or something in the morning. I don't know. I kind of like don't want it to be a moment where I'm sitting tired, alone in the dark,
watching the sun come up.
Yeah,
that's where you fuck your whole schedule up. Yeah, that's where you make it. You just make a day of it tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, I was kind of planning on, maybe I should just stay up tonight and push it. And it's like, well, what do I do? Yay, I'm 99 strength. All right, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
like I want to get it and then do shit with it. Like immediately go slay or go find my buddy doing slay and be like, hey man, look at this, and just put it on. And he's like, oh,
yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Took you long enough. Goddamn.
Well, cool. We'll
do you have
congratulations on that.
Yeah, do you have any goals? Anything you're doing?
Hopefully I play more.
Yeah.
I've just been exhausted, so hopefully I fucking like that's the thing, like every day I'm just like, when I come home and blast out some RuneScape, fucking get my I haven't decided if I might get, like you mentioned, why don't you just boost to 83 construction, boost from 83 construction to 90 and then build all the shit that I needed. And I was like, I could do that. Because I know I mentioned at the beginning of the year I wanted to get 99 strength or 99 construction, but I can't do that.